today's cup of coffee, we have another UFO sighting, and this comes from our beloved Joe Schmoe. And I had emailed Joe about him referencing UFO experience either through a comment or under a previous video, or through an email that I had mistakenly deleted. I don't know. Sometimes I go just a little bit crazier and do things like that. And he emailed me the following response with his permission to share his story and his encounter with you. And he said, I'm going to try to do this, Joe, in the voice that I think that you would have intended it. That's a specific language that I don't know that I speak. Anyhow, Joe writes, I was totally present for the Phoenix nights. I was on the roof with some good friends. We were eating mushrooms and looking at the chimney. We thought it would be extremely awesome if Santa Claus jumped out with another bag of mushrooms, and we were all cracking up. I mean, laughing so hard it hurt, and we couldn't even breathe because we were laughing so hard. Then it looked like a B-2 stealth bomber just slowly flew over. Tripping, we looked at each other, and I said, Santa ditched the reindeer and upgraded. We were all like, what the F was that? Then we cracked Santa jokes and wrote it up to group hallucination, even though we really were not that mushroomed up. We only ate a few caps, so everything was funny. Anyway, the next morning, the female I was hanging out with woke me up all excited and freaking out. She said, dude, look at the TV. Reporters were detailing what they called an unexplained incident with mysterious lights that local Air Force officials had no knowledge of. A few weeks later, they used the term Phoenix Lights. I think we summoned Santa and he upgraded his transportation. So stealth, in fact, that the craft didn't even make a sound. And, by the way, it was super low to the ground. As a disclaimer, I don't condone, encourage, or condemn the usage of substances that could produce an altered state of awareness, including hallucinogens. That last line is mine, not Joe's, although I'd say that he probably would agree with me on that. That's why I say I don't mind people sharing stories, incidents, encounters that they've had when they were in an altered state. And Joe, I can't even imagine. Well, first of all, I know my mind. In hallucinogens, the thought of ingesting any of them has always frightened me. Because if you've got a bad trip, you're stuck. So I have thought of some of those things in the past, and it's just like, no, because my mind is already out there. But then to have an actual encounter on top of one and not being able to distinguish realities. And one of the things that I have heard, one of the theories I've heard of lately, was that there's the possibility of some kind of projection system by the government that could produce an illusion that could be seen by many. And there were people theorizing that that could have been what the Phoenix Lights were. So, can you imagine having some kind of projection system that could do that? And we have heard of, even as far as light shows and different things like that, just concerts that could be seen for miles, and that people thought that they were seeing UFOs and unexplained phenomenon. So, we don't know. But, I'm glad you enjoyed the night, and I'm glad that you shared the experience with us. So my experience about being around people that are in an altered state due to substances, it's hilarious for me to sit and observe them. That is more fun for me than anything that I could possibly ingest. So keep those stories coming in. As far as UFO phenomenon, has anybody had an actual encounter with a gray or any type of entity like that? Send me your supernatural, paranormal, local legends, dreams, anything that you've got like that. Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Send those to cupofcoffeewithscream at gmail.com. And you all have a beautiful, blessed day.